Robyn, and this is the Teddy Bear Chronicle. It's a system, if you're a bear maker like us, that you can track and record all the details that you need when you're bear making.
Basically, this is a way to chronicle your bear making. We all know that we have bears that we made and lost and don't even know where they are anymore, and we'd like to remember how we made them. See here that we have this beautiful bear named Glaciera that we'd like to figure out how we made her. So let's show you an example of how the Teddy Bear Chronicle is used. So here we have Glaciera. She was made a few years ago. And how did you make her?
I used this really white, curly, dense mohair that I got from Edinburgh Imports.
So we would never remember that because we have so many bears laying around. So basically in the Teddy Bear Chronicle, there's a space to put the name of the bear, the date you started, how many hours it took, because when you want to price a bear, you really want to know how much effort went into it.
Yeah, my bears sometimes take from like 4 to 5 hours.
Yeah, so, and how do you remember what eyes you used?
Well, that's the hard part. So here we have a section that you can turn to and you can actually write down. Here I have the eyes. They're 052 opaque black. So we can write that in the little section. What kind of eyes did you use?
And who would ever remember that?
Not me.
And how do you know what thread you use for the nose?
Again, you can go to the nose section right here, and I have thread black, and I can write the number.
And then I see you have the detail of where it is now because maybe you gave it to your mother or your aunt or something, and like you want to be able to notice it and see it again.
Right. As you begin to make more and more bears in your collection, you're going to sort of forget what you did with them, where you put them. Sometimes they're in my curio cabinet. Like you said, sometimes I give them away. So this one here, it says it's in my own collection. So.
And honestly, I think the most important part is the pattern.
Definitely.
Because you really want to reproduce it. This is the most important part. And there's a place to like paste it and keep it forever.
Right. So you can just take a glue stick, usually works best, and you can just glue that basic pattern there. And believe me, when you're looking through your bears, you sometimes say, gee, I want to remake this, or someone will see a picture online and say, I'd love that, but I'd love it in maybe like a blue mohair or something like that. And instead of having to remember and go back and say, what pattern did I use? How did I do that? Okay, so the fur, when you're making a teddy bear, the fur is probably one of the most important elements. So why don't you show us how you can track and make swatches for the fur?
So I agree. So basically, I never remember where I ordered it from. So here we have the white Edinburgh number 355 white curly fur. So what you can do is save a little swatch. And in our book here, we have a place that you can glue it down and write the details of where you got it from and the exact number that it is.
The other really neat part is that we left a lot of spaces. So sometimes you make bears and they have more than one fur.
Yes,
so there's
true.
a lot of different spaces in case you have a really complicated bear. You can add to that. So.
True.
We do have a spot for some pictures in case maybe someone that you sold the bear to has it in their collection, or maybe you took some nice pictures just as a memory section, so you can add those. And then we have here notes and reflections. Is there anything that you ever had to remember about making
Maybe
a bear?
as you were making it, something was particularly difficult, like the maybe the joints were special. That's where you want to put that in the notes section.
Right. And then we have even a little section for accessories and outfits. I don't usually dress my bears, but you can see this one has a silk pink ribbon. Silk ribbons are always really good to work with because they're soft and easy to make look pretty. So you can put that information, and that'll help you when you go to recreate your bear.
Yeah, I do enjoy dressing my bears, so sometimes I have to remember where I got the outfit from. So.
Yeah, because that's a whole other thing that you need to remember. See what pattern it was, even see the length of the fur. So I could sort of recreate it, maybe change the color or dye, or even dye the fur.
And even the paw pads. It's hard to remember what you used.
The paw pads are definitely hard to remember. Another really neat feature that we have is you can actually put a picture of the bear. So maybe you sold the bear yourself and it's no longer in your collection. So on the first page, you can cut out here. You can cut it out and just use a little glue stick.
Oh, perfect.
All right. And we can just...
And that way, if you don't have it still in your collection, there's a way to remember her.
And then when you...
Nice.
Right. When you thumb through, you'll be able to...
It's like a little memory book.
I know. So sometimes it's just nice to look back and see. And you'd be surprised how many bears you make in a collection. Because, I mean, I think... how many bears have you made?
Oh, 50? Maybe
more? No, I think you probably made...
Hundreds?
I think it's probably hundreds because you give so many away. But yeah, I mean, you could easily make 50 to 100 bears in a few years. as crazy as that sounds.
So if you're interested in having your own special copy of the Teddy Bear Chronicle, please go to JessicaRobynLLC.com or Amazon.com if that's easier for you.